Yeah.
All right, here we go. don't put it on. Okay.
Alright, guys.
All right.
All right, let's go.
So can you just state your name and ages and what you play in bands?
Social Security? No.
I'm Mark, I'm 20, I play piano and Action Item.
I'm Brian, I'm 22, and I sing for Action Item.
I'm Anthony, I'm also 22, and I play guitar.
I'm Dan, I'm 24, and I play the drums.
I'm David, and I play bass, and I'm 22.
Oh, you're messing it up a little
bit.
It's okay. How would you describe your band or music to someone who's never heard of you before?
Well, I think there's two kind of ways of thinking about this. If you're talking to someone in like the industry who maybe wants something a little bit more descriptive, we like to say that we're kind of like an adult contemporary band, but with like a younger demographic. But for people who are kind of just like, oh, what kind of music are you guys? Oh, we're a pop band. So.
Okay. Well, most people who start off as bands don't really go anywhere. How did you decide to make it your career?
I don't think
How did we decide?
I don't think we decided anything. I just think we worked really hard and tried really hard.
Yeah, we were friends before anything, and we came together. I mean, we really came together like through music, and it kind of just happened naturally, which is I think the best way for it to happen.
Yeah, and it's really funny because we recorded songs 3 years ago that kids are still finding out about now. And we've been a band for a long time, and people are just finding out about us now. Like, oh wow, you guys, you're blowing up and stuff. But like, we've been at this for a long time.
Yeah, we've been trying.
We've just been getting some success recently. So
hard work.
Yeah, hard work.
That's the best way to
hard work.
Now, you toured like the 6 months straight. So, on like 5 different tours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did opening for so many other bands help you prepare for this tour?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I think we learned a lot from the other headlining bands, and that we learned like what to do, what not to do, what makes people happy, and what isn't the right thing. And I think our main priority with this tour was to make it a celebration of everything that we've accomplished.
Yeah. There's even a segment in the show where Anthony asks the crowd, and he goes, "Who's seen us before on like a prior tour before this one?" Because this is our first headliner, and pretty much the entire
It's
crowd.
the whole
raises
crowd.
their hand.
Yeah.
That's exactly what our game plan was.
Yeah.
We were like, we're going to tour, and we're going to build our fan base, and that is how we are going to make a name for ourselves.
Correct. Okay, so that's
Correct answer.
what I was making the question. So I'm like, that's what I thought you were gonna say. Okay, so this is the last day of the Strung of a Love tour.
Yes.
What's been your favorite show so far?
I'm hoping this one.
Yes.
This one, but
Was that right? Is that correct?
Yes, that was correct. Good job.
New York City.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
We were so awesome.
That actually kind of made all of us cry a little bit. I think this one though.
The Roxy was fun too.
Roxy was great.
I
Chicago
wanna be
was
flown
always
like
amazing to
Montreal
us.
was fun.
Yeah.
Playing everywhere. It was just
Los Angeles, that was your first time headlining there?
In Los Angeles, yeah, we did 400 people, which we were just
Wow.
stunned.
We take it back. Yeah, it was awesome.
Now, what's your favorite part of your set this tour? Because you got to, use the whole catalog.
We do this cool drumline thing where we, not me, it's my break time.
The four of us.
Brian's Kit Kat time.
Dan wrote this drum piece that we do before our song Defenseless. That's really cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people come back after the show and they're like, "Wow, that was a really interesting part of the set." Like we love doing it.
We're
kind of nervous about it every night.
It's the most stressful part.
We wanted to do something that was different. That I've never seen that happen on a tour that we've been on before, and we wanted to make it a little bit more exciting. We also do 40 seconds of a cover.
Yeah, we do renditions.
The script, my favorite.
Now, since you're home in New Jersey, what do you miss most when you're on tour?
Friends and family, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's backwards. It's what do you miss about?
No, she said, since you're friends, since you're home,
New Jersey.
since you're home, what do you miss most about your home on tour? Right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, friends, family, and parents.
Yeah.
Like now that you're home.
Yes.
home cooking.
You just kind of after the miscommunication. My car.
Yeah. I don't miss your car. It smells like crayons.
That's true.
All Volkswagen. He's out one too.
No, it doesn't.
Not as much. Not as much.
Oh wait, no, it does.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
It's like Crayola.
Like a 64 pack of crayons in his car constantly. That's what it is.
Why? Why?
No, it's just weird.
Crayola?
It's just how they smell, I guess.
But why are they there?
There's no crayons there. just smells
Anyway.
What's your favorite way to connect with fans when you're home or on tour?
Twitter.
I really like doing the Stickam chats that we'll probably start doing weekly again. Whenever we have off time, we like to do weekly Stickam chats, and that's really cool. And then we do this other thing on our Facebook where everybody takes over for a day, so the fans could really get to know us personally.
Now, how has the support of your fans impacted your career?
I mean, without them, like
we're an unsigned band.
Yeah, they're everything. They're everything we have. That's why we like to treat them so well.
It's crazy. We're playing Starland Ballroom today. There's 1,000 people here to see our show.
I've seen some of my favorite bands here years ago when
it's seriously packed.
It's pretty.
It's crazy.
I think we're all taken back, and I just don't even know what's going on anymore.
Now, before we came here, I went on your Tumblr and looked at all the meet and greet pictures people posted.
Yeah.
And there's some crazy stuff on there.
Yeah, like
What's the weirdest thing you've ever... I saw someone on your back.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing
I saw one where you were carrying someone.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
I just think people they want it, so I'm like.
It's funny you say that because that's really normal to us.
Yeah, like, oh, is that weird to you? Because that's normal. Because the way I think that it works is like they try to come up with like the most creative picture that they can come up with.
So we'll talk about it
show to their friends, or like be like, look, I got them to do this or like that or whatever, and we're like,
it's awesome though.
Yeah, we just we roll with it because like that makes them happy.
If you're thinking about putting that much work into taking a picture with us, that's that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever had to do?
Wow.
Just pick people up to do piggyback pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, the list goes on and on. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's probably best not to.
Yeah. Because that one fan who's gonna see it.
That was weird.
Ooh, fun weird,
great.
I guess.
Fun weird. I don't know.
So you released Learn to Fly earlier in the year.
Yes.
Will there be more music to come?
Yes, that's why we are touring till
2012 sometime.
Okay.
We don't want to give a specific.
Don't worry, we
date.
won't be away for too long.
Yes, that was the next question.
We'll
will
keep
you be
it
touring
fresh.
in 2012?
We will definitely be touring a lot in 2012. Probably more than we toured in 2011, but the number one priority for us is new music right now. We've been touring off the same record for about a year and a half. It came out last August.
Yeah.
So like about a year and a half. We're really proud of it, and that's why we toured off of it for so long.
That's what this tour is about.
Yeah.
But
it's time for some new music.
Yeah, we promised ourselves after this tour, since it's called the Star and Love Tour, we'd stop and make new music.
Yeah.
So.
We're not gonna stop playing those songs, but
it's
time to showcase like how much we've grown in the last.
It's really tricky though because after we did this tour, we've been getting cool like tour offers. I'm like, oh man, we should probably take this and do this tour.
Yeah, it's really hard not to.
It's really hard not to. But
we had to turn down a few tours that we were a little bit bummed that we had to turn down.
Can you tell us which one?
Nope.
So
that's a good question.
Well, since you relieved The Stronger the Love, you guys co-wrote or wrote most of the songs on it, or all of the songs on it.
Yeah.
Now, are there any writers you want to work with in the future?
I mean,
specifically
for the next couple of songs, we decided that we absolutely want to keep it just within the band. But in the future, I mean, there's artists like Adam Levine and Ryan Tedder that would just be like a dream to work with.
That'd be interesting.
That would be really, really cool because they're some of our biggest influences.
But people might ask why we want to write songs just alone. It's not just like an ego thing or anything. We just feel like the best songs we've written ourselves, and the best ones that come across the fans are the ones.
They have the most heart too.
Yeah,
the ones we wrote ourselves.
We want to really showcase our passion. The easiest way to do that is just to be real and write songs that mean a lot to us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, where do you draw inspiration from for your songs?
Everyday life. Everything.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking lyrical content, it's everything that like things that the band has been through or somebody has been through personally. As far as music, we have a wide range of influences, anyone from like Coldplay and One Republic to like new Drake album. Like we love a lot of different music. If it's like good and it connects, like that's a strong influence for us.
Okay. Now, when you write your songs, do you do music first, lyrics later, melody in between somewhere?
It's always different.
Kind of varies.
Every song is different. For a while, it was music first, lyrics later, just because we wrote the music like together, and that seemed to work for us. Mm-hmm. And but Learn to Fly, we wrote like the music, we wrote the chorus, like the lyrics and the music at the same time, and then we based everything else off of that. So yeah, it varies a little bit.
now on your album you had the song When Everything Falls Back Down, and you re-recorded it with Chelsea Kane.
Yes.
Are there any other female artists you'd like to duet with one day?
Ooh, Taylor Swift would be really
I'm going to see her tomorrow.
I mean, there's individual opinions, I guess.
I'm really just stoked on like doing new stuff for ourselves.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
with ourselves really.
yeah, I like Adele, Ellie Goulding, like those would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
But
I think we're done.
One day.
That's it.
Thank you.
awesome.
Yes.
cool, that was great.
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Thank you.